Yeah.
So,
Bark, bark.
did
Yeah,
anything
I know.
happen?
I don't know why they're barking.
They're all saying, "Help him!
Help me, kill him!
Help! Help!"
More food.
Okay. Well, how much gold do we have?
I have enough gold to pay for it.
Okay.
Since you guys are completely poor, right?
Yeah, I have a quarter of it.
I have 20 platinum, so that's half that money. Or double the money we need to pay then.
Yeah, theoretically, maybe the clerics will be nice and go, yeah, he's a cleric in need.
Yes.
We'll need him to do the thing we want him to do in the
arms.
future. So yeah, I guess we'll just take him to the his church or whatever.
Yeah, he was already summoned there once, so they know him.
Okay, so you take him, his unconscious, or at least non-reactive body, to the
It's
church.
potato.
Yeah, potato. You take the potato to the church?
Yeah.
We got a potato for you.
So yeah, you're standing in the church with a potato.
Anyway.
Do they know?
So, does somebody come up to us, or do we have to go to somebody?
Well, people look at you, but nobody's really coming up to you. They're just standing there.
Okay, then I'll shout,
say
is
we
there
could
any
use...
cleric?
Yeah.
I didn't understand that.
Is there a cleric we can talk to?
A man enters your field of vision. Seemingly the same person that spoke to Gumby a short while ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, a week ago, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he walks up. He looks at him. He looked a lot more lively last time. What happened?
He no longer has intelligence.
Pretty dumb.
He looks at you kind of confused. Like, okay.
Have you...
How?
He lost his mind.
I would have taken the book, by the way, that has like the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I show it to him and it says, this is our best guess because we didn't actually see it. And I show him the page of the...
You can see like a face of recognition. He looks again at you. He says, well, I think we can count ourselves lucky. Most of the time it happens deep in caves. And generally an entire party lies unconscious on the floor.
I will say, Wrath, it is only one target. It's not a group. It's not a group thing.
No, it is one target, but it can do one target multiple times.
Right.
There are two parts of it.
Wait, what? Oh, there might be more than one too. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Oh, damn.
There can be multiple, but there are also two parts of it, and like the first part can be done just normally, and another part can be done in another way. But you wouldn't know, so whatever. He says, well, some people say this heals fast. I say it doesn't. It can be healed with magic, or it can be aided with magic. The process can be started with magic. But time will be part of it.
How much time?
Depends on how intelligent your friend was. Before he gets back to what he was.
So the dumber you are, the quicker you're back to normal, or the other way around?
Exactly what you say. The less intelligent you are, the less intelligent there is to rebuild.
Okay.
Okay.
He says the spell itself, we use greater restoration.
Mm-hmm.
Generally speaking, would catch you around, well, as things go now, 150.
Of course.
Gold. Given that he already has connections with the church, but most importantly with the person we use to cast the spell, and by we I mean myself, it can be done for a decent amount cheaper because it can be done within a faster time period. There's 110 gold pieces too.
I look really sad at my wallet.
Most of which are components used and the time used.
Okay.
That is satisfactory. I take it. If you need time, I mean, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, we'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
Alright, I'll deduct 11 plat from my thing.
Okay, Gambit will add owing Dolos 11 plat.
You give him money.
Okay.
As the money is given, Dolos is or Gumby is taken away from you. By a couple of clerics or a couple of acolytes, and the main man. He says, "You can wait here. We will use the spell, and we'll see how well he starts off."
Okay. While they're doing that, I'm gonna have I mean, if we don't need to be around for anything, right?
Yeah, he said no.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stay, but I think Dolos and Ty should go to our employer with the book and say, we're fairly certain this is what it is, this is what it does. One of our companions has suffered from it, and this is very serious for this goes far beyond a ghost, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
So
it's far more dangerous.
Maybe help us cover medical expenses. That's all on you, Dolos. Use your silver tongue and Toby's guidance or Ty's guidance.
Yeah, so the two of you move towards the man. Start your explanation.
I'll do it. Yeah, we have a slight problem with one of our party members. He lost his mind because of some creature inside your building, and it's basically this creature. And I'll show him the book, the page of the book.
He kind of looks at it, yeah.
And if you don't know what it is, it's basically a creature that can take over your mind. And it did half the process. It removed the mind of our party member, but didn't take him over. But we now are at a point where we have to pay a lot of medical expenses. And this request seems to be far more, how do you say, difficult than it initially was.
He looks at you and he says, I think I know where this is going, but if there was literally nothing going on, you would have taken the 100 and left.
Yeah.
So, although I feel for you and your companion, I do not see it as my task to pay for the expenses you have made by your errors.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's our error, but yeah.
Yeah.
Why did you have to tell him everything?
I didn't tell him everything.
No, you told him too much. All you had to do was medical expenses included. Or are we gonna have to charge extra?
Yeah, we could have negotiated for that, but whatever, it's fine. So I would have also mentioned that don't push him or anything. You just nod and you go, okay, it was worth a try. I mean,
I'm gonna at least ask him if he could bump up the reward price with 10 golds so that we can break even.
He basically says, as I just stated, if there was nothing, you would have gotten 100. The fact that it is more is your risk. The fact that your companion got wounded, again, I hate that he got wounded, but that is not part of my.
Yeah, we didn't make a deal like.
It's your like.
Yeah, okay.
He is kind of conflicted like halfway. He doesn't want anyone to be wounded, but it is the risk you take.
Right. No, I'm not there. I totally get the mindset. Yeah. I totally get the mindset. And it sucks, but it's like it's also, you know, it was worth a shot.
Oh yeah.
Like I kind of got that vibe from him too, which was that, you know, this is 100 gold. It could be nothing. It could be something. I don't know. It's kind of a gamble on my part. If it's more, I win. If it's less, I lose. I took a gamble. You took a gamble. You came out on the short end of the stick. I came out on the high end of the stick. I totally get it.
Yeah, well, he can either lose, as in we don't do it, and he can't find anyone to do it for him, but yeah.
Yeah,
at least he now knows that it is actually quite dangerous.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, though. I'm pretty sure we could get a bounty for this.
Yeah, I'll just go with Toby and go to the, I don't know, whoever's in charge of the security or the guards around here and see if we can get a bounty on this creature.
No, not yet. We'll do it after. We'll actually kill the sucker.
Okay.
You wouldn't have heard me say bounty, so it doesn't matter. You just come back after.
As they went
I'll just come back and...
Yeah, by the time Dolos and Tyraneus, the two of you come back, you can still see Drake there, waiting. As the priest comes walking up to you. He says, it went better than it generally will go.
Our cleric wasn't
as smart as he thought he was.
Wait, does that mean he was stupid?
He says the cleric is recovering. He says, from what we can see, he is about 1/4 into his recovery. Gumby, for the time being, your intelligence is free.
Wow, can you speak a language with that intelligence?
Yes, but...
You can kind of mumble.
Yeah,
generally speaking, Gumby, by now, while you are not the sharpest tool in the shed at all.
Gumby, give me all your money.
With a 3?
Huh? Yeah.
Not with a 3. Well, no, I can roll a wisdom against that, Dolos.
So yeah, that's the difference. You cannot, like, learning right now is basically impossible for you. You cannot learn any additional languages or whatever for like until at least your mind is back to where it should be. Planning, coming up with ideas out of the question.
Yeah.
Like,
well, you can do the spells, right?
Things.
It's almost like a 1.5-year-old, 2-year-old, something like that.
Yeah.
They just follow. They don't actually like think.
You just do.
Yeah. Okay. So I asked if there's like
new things are dangerous for you because you cannot really learn from there and everything. Like old things like fire is hot, don't touch. Those are basic things. You know them because you got them to know. Yeah. But learning new things and coming up with new ideas and that sort of thing, those are all just gone for now.
I ask how long it will take for not necessarily full recovery, but for him to be competent again.
He says, depends on what you mean as competent. If you want him, I mean, he can fight.
You can at least do the spell Detect Evil.
Well, yeah, I mean, he can fight. He's just not the smartest right now. Depending on how long you wish to wait, he says, I estimate...
Does the recovery time like get shortened as or get longer?
No, it stays about the same.
So if it's only been a couple hours.
No, I mean the like from now the recovery is a set period. Or yeah, it's across a set period. It doesn't increase the period or decrease the period, but it is never as fast as the magical healing. He says without any additional magical healing, I reckon it would take 8 weeks for him to be fully recovered.
But basically,
right now,
Gumby's out of commission for this mission.
He can kind of do it, he's just not the smartest.
Yeah, but if he gets attacked again by that thing, he's gonna fail that save anyway.
Yeah,
and then it's probably a little bit more dangerous.
Yeah, so by magical help, is it specifically the Greater Restoration spell, or will there be other?
Yes.
Okay. And if he got another Greater Restoration spell, would it...
Given that there is a base, it would be at least as good as this one.
Okay. Well, guys, do you think we should just have him just wait for a while? Because, I mean...
For 8 weeks?
Yeah. Should we just leave him here for 8 weeks?
Full 8 weeks?
I mean, he can fight. It's not a wizard.
Yeah, but against the mind or that monster, he won't be much use. He will just get it again,
is he capable...
and then we have to spend another 100 gold.
Is he currently, like, resting? Can we see him?
He kind like after the man comes up, he gives you like the small talk. Now you can see Gumby coming up to you. He looks like a little bit of a stupid glare on his face, but he walks, he talks. He just seems out of it.
Gumby, cast light.
Do you listen?
I guess, yeah.
Okay, you listen, you cast light.
And I just kind of boom, light.
What is 11 plus 12?
No clue.
I'll roll a d20 and whatever.
That's my
That's how many minutes it takes.
Yeah, so here's the problem. We need him to, if we're gonna find this thing and be able to sneak out, I was thinking we have Gumby casting Detect Evil and Good, and we have Ty detecting Pass Without a Trace. The problem is that in order for Detect Evil and Good to be effective, he needs to be able to properly convey where the creature is. And at his level of current intelligence, I don't think that's a good option.
Yeah,
is that intelligence or wisdom?
Because your spells are based on wisdom.
Stuff. Yeah, so that's
but you know where you will know where it is. The problem is that can you explain where it is?
Not really, not even with a 3.
No, I mean explaining would entail that you have knowledge of areas of like.
I mean, I can't just like point and be like there.
Yeah, but you cannot say how far. And, like, that sort of things.
Yeah, you could point in a direction, but that's only somewhat helpful. So, I don't know. You guys want to take an 8-week break? Not necessarily fully. Like, if he gets up to 8, which would be 4 weeks, then he'd be capable.
Is that how it works?
5.
Wait, 5. So it's basically 1
a
week?
It's 1 week.
Per week.
Okay.
Your base is 11.
The only problem is, what if he fails his save again next
time?
Well,
that's the thing is, we just want him to be good, and then so long as if we can sneak up on this thing, or at least know if there's more than one, then we will be we'll know where it is. It won't know where we are. We'll have a much better chance of taking this thing out instantly. I mean, to be honest, I imagine Ty's Blight spell would be enough to take this thing out. If it's only one, we have almost nothing to be worried about, so long as we can catch this thing unaware. But if we don't, or if there's more than one, it might become an issue. So what I'm saying is that I don't want a situation where one of us gets taken over, or
loses their mind.
Gumby loses his mind and we can't find this thing. So
could we stand near the house and do detect evil to at least check outside of the building?
I don't want to risk it, honestly, because the house itself we'd have to go right up against. I don't think it'd be able to see us. The door is locked. It's closed off.
All the windows are blocked.
Right. So it's completely blocked off. So I'm not worried about this thing leaving. So I think we just wait a while for Gumby to get to the point where he's like completely competent in like speaking, which I think would at least be like what, a 6 wrath or a 5?
Yeah, at least a 6.
At least a 6. So that's the minimum.
That's like speaking, probably like higher things like distance, that sort of thing. I'd say more a 7 or an 8 at least to be able to decently say those things.
Okay.
Like actual cohesive thought, yeah, 6.
Okay. Then I would say, yeah, let's just wait this out. The guy, so here's the thing, is the guy knows that, he now knows what it is, and he now knows that 100 gold is not going to cut it. I mean, he could lie and just say it's worth 100 gold. So if we get someone else to go check it out, then there's that. But he also knows that we've already suffered a loss and will most likely try to complete this in order to get back at least some of our costs. So
I mean, if he wants the job done and he knows what it is, he has to hire the price. Otherwise, people won't do it.
Well, if he doesn't tell anyone.
Yeah, but then they run into the same problems as we do.
Yeah.
So,
and then, hey, and then we could sue for neglect.
Yeah.
Because we told him what's there. Anyway, I think we'll just wait a few weeks and let him recuperate. We can do some detective work on the book that we have.
Yeah.
But now that we know a little bit more, yeah, I think we'll do that. I'll consult my auntie.
About the Yellow King?
Yeah.
Alright.
And we'll just leave, I think we'll just leave Gumby here. I assume they'll take care of him. They take care of their own, right?
He can wipe his own blood, right?
Yeah, they don't mind having Gumby here. For the time being, as long as Gumby is willing to stay here.
I just listen. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not able to.
But you're one and a half by now. Like you have some.
You're probably distracted a lot.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll leave him here and we'll go back. So, yeah. I guess that's what we'll do. Man, we really need a way to make money. This is nuts.
Yeah, this is just costing us.
Cause and it sucks too, is because
too hard, Wrath.
Like, well, it's like we can't even really like sell our magic stuff. Like, it won't make hardly any money. Or it will make us hardly any money. So that was a double negative. So it's like we don't have a good way to make money.
Yeah. And we lost most of our money that we had collected. At least that I had collected. Yeah.
So.
Which I should have spent. Damn it.
As you move towards the house of your of your family, basically, you can see one person. Like you walk a little bit past the house of the guy who gave you the mission, and you can see a rather old-looking half-orc stand in front of the door, knocking. Man opens it in the same way he did for you first. Little bit. The man speaks something. Door is opened. The half-orc steps in.
Where does this happen?
The house from the guy you have your mission from.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We see that?
Yeah. Telling you.
Okay, well, I mean, it's another prospective client. I don't see any reason to stick around, to be honest.
Yeah.
If someone else completes it while we're not doing anything, there you go. And if he doesn't complete it, well, we might end up having to fight a half-orc, actually, which would be really bad. So, yeah, I see no reason. I just take note of it.
And as you kind of take note of it, you can see another man walking up to the same door. This time, it's a dwarf, mountain dwarf.
Gee, a lot of customers.
This is a middle-aged dwarf. As he walks to the front door, and weirdly enough, it's opened by the half-orc.
Okay.
What kind of crazy culture thing they have going on here?
Yeah, are they buddies?
I want an insight check.
Yeah.
Sure, try. Be specific on what you want to insight.
I want to see if they seem to be like this is something that there is absolutely no like secrecy going on. It seems to be fairly straightforward, upright. Like they're not hiding anything.
You don't know these people, so
right. But it's not like he opens the door. He looks around suspiciously.
They raise some sort of suspicion to you, mostly because first it was the human, like the man that opened the door. And now this half-orc, older-looking half-orc, who, funnily enough, as he first entered, he looked a little. He had a staff with him, that he leaned a bit on. But now that he's standing in front of the door, he looks a little bit more upright and higher, taller. And he grabs the mountain dwarf like by his arm, and they seem to greet each other. Quite friendly, as if they know each other, and know each other well.
Should I sneak?
That's what you see.
Okay, so here's our choice. Should the three of us go check this out, or should we just leave it?
I can sneak near the windows and see if I can eavesdrop a little.
My character doesn't care either way.
Yeah, my character doesn't care either way either. So, well, I say we walk on, kind of go to a place that's kind of nonchalant, you know, and then have Dolos go back and try to hear what's going on.
All right.
We'll stay with inside of him though, so he can message us.
I'll also put a disguise on myself.
Okay.
Or should I go invisible?
You should go invisible.
Yeah, I'll just go invisible. You can't do both at the same time, right?
Well, there's no point.
I don't know, if somebody sees my invisibility...
You could put on a thing over your face. I don't know.
My mask. Although they will recognize that if I wear it somewhere else.
Yeah, well. You mean your clothes?
I'll wear my mask and go invisible.
You don't have like the double layered clothes where it's like you have the cloak, you just wear it inside out really quickly, and it changes. You don't have that kind of like. Isn't that standard for thieves?
I haven't thought of it, so I guess I don't.
Wow, you don't seem very professional as a thief then.
Maybe that should be my next investment.
It's just a normal cloak you could turn inside out. And it's like a different color. It just looks different, you know?
Yeah, alright. With a different pattern or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if I'm allowed to have it as in beforehand. Otherwise, I didn't really think of that. Maybe I should.
You just go invisible.
To the clothing store later.
Go invisible and just go up to a window.
Yeah. Well, just
amazing perception. And before you go, Ty will give you guidance, cast guidance. You have like a minute before it wears out. So whatever you on one of your ability checks within a minute, you can use it.
Okay, so I'll go stealth and then you give me the guidance.
No, you can give guidance beforehand.
Yeah, I can choose what I use my guidance for?
I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't just do it for the first check I do?
Can you cast guidance, do a stealth roll, and then just cast guidance again?
Yeah, it says, you touch one willing creature once before the spell ends. The target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to one ability check of its choice.
Okay.
It can roll the die before or after making the ability check. So basically, what we'll say here is whenever you can do it on whatever roll you want within this next minute.
Yeah, alright. I'll go stealth and don't need extra guidance on that. And I'll just go to the window and do perception. Listen. Probably need the guidance, yeah. So 17 perception.
Respectable.
So Wrath, do I hear anything?
You get close to the windows, but none of the windows are opened.
Oh, do I see them? If I peek through the window?
Yeah, you can peek through the window. You're invisible, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they can't see him.
So,
He can't hear him. They can't hear him.
generally speaking, no.
And if they do, they look over there. It's nothing there.
Yeah, exactly. Unless there's a bird on top of my head. Just floating.
So yeah, you look inside. You can see the three sitting around the table. The dwarf kind of looking a bit outside and a bit towards the man. The man sitting with his back against the window. And finally, the half-orc kind of sitting on the other side. More of a triangle idea. They seem to be speaking about something. You have no clue what, you cannot hear them.
I wish I had lip reading skills.
You could try to mage hand a nearby window.
Yeah.
Not the one you're at, though.
No, I'll try and mage hand a window that's in the same room. And try to open it a little bit so I can hear.
Okay. As you mage hand towards one of the a window that is a little bit up to the side. Your best bet, really.
Do I have to do a sleight of hand?
Yes, but you do hear very heavy spoken words in your mind.
Oh. And what do I hear?
And as you look, you kind of look towards you mage hand the window open. You look towards the dwarf, and you can see the dwarf looking at you.
Why does everyone see
directly
invisibility?
Everybody sees. He rolls a 22 stealth with invisibility.
You hear in your mind a voice that says, "How interesting that you wish to open a window for a person, even though he has not asked, and are invisible, and are looking in us. Are you perhaps a spy?"
Just a curious third party.
I'll message him. It's a bit, a bit muffy inside. I'll do deception, so trying to make him believe I'm inside.
No, he sees you.
He sees you outside.
Oh, he sees me. What is the point of his visibility now? Everyone can just see through it. Might as well get rid of the spell now.
He says, "I have seen you enter this house before. I think you are here with the same reason I am. The only difference is you failed. It is sufficient to say that we are going to succeed, but you failed. Is that the information you seek?"
The information I see, it was more of a... Yeah, I guess that is
you just nod. You just say yes.
Yeah.
Just say yes. Yeah, fair enough.
Then he basically says, well then, off you go.
I guess I'll leave.
And as you leave, you can see like the half-orc look at the dwarf who changes his seating. He looks outside, confused, generally looks around, looks in your direction, seems to look right over you, and returns to his friend, like to the dwarf. You can see a very small motion of the dwarf, like, relax. And the orc connects again with the man they're speaking to.
So he could even recognize who I was, even though I have a mask on, and invisible, and stealthy.
He probably knows see-through invisibility.
Yeah, but then he doesn't see my face, so doesn't mean he should recognize me.
Perhaps he recognized other things of you, you don't know.
I guess.
It's fine. So you come back, or you message us while you're going back, and you say, I was spotted.
I say, there's another guy who can see through invisibility.
And I just immediately turn and start walking the direction of our home. And Dolos, in your head, you kind of hear a mumble, which is kind of like, what's the point of having this kind of rogue if he can never be...
Yeah, every time I use it...
He can't steal, he can't go invisible, like, what...
What is the point of living?
Like, it's like, at this rate, I was trying to think I'm just as stealthy as he is.
Yeah, I guess.
Ouch.
You see
You should
me,
use stealth with moments when people are actually able to see you.
Well,
like,
I'm guessing these guys can most definitely finish the job.
Let's just give it like this. It's just plain misfortune that you continuously use it when I have characters that
are like level 20.
Isn't see-through like a high-level spell?
Huh?
See invisibility. Isn't that like level 3?
Or 4? Way up there.
Plus, to actively go out and cast see invisibility, you first need to be kind of certain that there is a reason to. Else you're just wasting spells.
Oh, it's only second level.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I guess he could detect magic at all time, because otherwise he wouldn't really know about my mage hand.
Well, that was also invisible, so it's kind of like, what happened? I guess he rolled higher than a 22 perception, and that's why. So we go back, and we're down 110 gold. Fabulous.
And so yeah, while you're back, Gumby is with you, more or less alive.
Gumby's not with us.
Gumby is staying behind,
right.
Recovering. Drake, Ty, and Dolos, you enter the house, rather annoyed at all the things that happened within the last day.
2 hours.
Oh yeah, we did.
And as you take to bed in the evening, right before you are going to bed, all of your minds are drawn to symbol, drawn to the book, and your minds wander and think, what does it mean? What did it do? As it is your next thing you wanted to search and wanted to look at.
Mm-hmm.
That will happen next week.
Yep.
This is a pretty good place to stop.
Yep.
Well, at least we got a book. That's one thing. Cost us 110 gold, but that's okay.
So,
but
Dolos,
now we know what kind of monsters to expect.
Dolos, out of game, this is your second warlock that you run into.
That was a warlock?
Oh, the warlock has a. Doesn't the warlock have like a see invisibility? Like
built in.
yeah,
To them.
it's built in.
Continuous see invisibility.
Oh, they always see it.
Some of them, yes.
Yeah, there's a specific like pantheon or whatever that they.
So they
Sites.
also rolled a
High
higher
level.
perception than 22.
No, it's more like you rely a lot when you're invisible about the fact that you're invisible, and your stealth is more trying to keep silent and less about being seen. And then from the moment an invisible hand, which he can see, moves across the window, which he is looking directly at.
Oh, that also affects the hand.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's straight up see anything invisible.
I guess. I thought the hand was just like, I don't know, a shape or something without any...
No,
you
the
could see.
hand is a physical hand, it's just invisible.
Oh, okay.
Magically physical hand. So yeah, you just got unlucky yet again.
Again. But what about the first time? You just placed it there so that I couldn't get anything.
Nope.
I feel like...
Nope. Plan within a plan within a plan, my friend.
And you fell for
probably
it.
put a guy like that in every village or city.
Don't give me ideas.